breaking news. Yo, check this out. Yo, Lil Durk's crew, somebody betrayed him and is exposing the OTF secrets. We're going to play this video and, you know, we're going to decide what's going on. We got King Yella and everybody up here. Listen to this joint, man. They even speak on Little Reese. But before we go any further, let's start the intro. All right. You know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man.
Yeah, and this is Juanita, and Juanita Speaks. Check out my channel coming soon.
All right, Juanita Speaks. You know what it is. This is my beautiful daughter. Don't we look like twins? So I know you hating rat bastards. You can put in the comments what you want, but me and my baby, we doing something together.
And he hit me off with the matching hat. You already know we're going to be W twins. Stop playing with us. Like,
the bucket twins. Remember that.
Okay, I like that. BT.
All right.
Heard somebody named OTF Jam. They said they've been calling him a rat. And basically he said, okay, I'm a rat. Well, watch this.
Two of his homies snitched on him, while two of his closest friends in the industry completely turned their backs on him.
If you go in there and look at that report, number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's location.
I heard Durk was his mama and his aunt.
But
what did that have to do with anything? Explain that from a woman's point of view. What did that have to do with Durk was his mama and his auntie? Explain that.
Because that's something he probably doing. Because I don't even know why would you even, as a man, start talking as some females, stuff like that. Like, why are you even speaking on something like that? Even if it's true or not, we don't want to hear none of that. That's too much. Don't do that.
All right. King Yella, no disrespect. That's too much. We just analyzing this, giving it to you from an OG perspective.
But it's not just those close to Lil Durk who have betrayed him, because even the mayor, who once gave him the keys to the city as a token of respect, decided to take them back.
Now, do you think the mayor was right for taking the key back?
Personally, I don't believe so, because he was literally indicted. He was not convicted yet. As like they just saying right here, everybody's supposed to be proven guilty until innocent, right?
No, innocent until
proven guilty. My bad. Exactly. You
Right.
got me. So because of that, why are you gonna take that from that man so fast? Let him prove himself to see if he's actually guilty first. Then you do that. It's like, dang, was you already thinking about doing it?
Now we gotta ride. So do you feel the same way about them taking the key back from Diddy? And do y'all feel the same way? Put it in the comments. But let me hear. You think they was right? They took Diddy's key back. He wasn't convicted.
Nah, I don't think they should have took his back just as yet. Just because he wasn't convicted. But at the end of the day, I got my own thoughts on that though too, because you know, proof is proof and knowledge is knowledge, and you know, you can't turn from what you see. But he still was not indicted. There's so many other people that's out there that literally got arrested and they still be able to move how they want to move regardless of what, because of who their title is. So you should give everybody that same benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but hold up. But you saying proof is proof. You seen proof that Diddy's guilty?
Nah, that's what they talking about. I ain't seen nothing. Because everything they're talking is what they're saying that's in the papers. I haven't technically seen what's in them court records and documents as of yet.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yes.
All right.
Even though Durk hasn't been proven guilty of anything yet.
There you go.
To make matters worse, one of his ops has been openly telling on him during the interviews, spilling details about the OTF boss. The list of people turning their backs on Durkio seems to be growing by the day.
That's what happened when you get picked up by the feds, right? Remember when I got picked up, babe, and different people used to come by and bring your mother money and things like that? And how did you see that so that people understand what you went through and tell them how old you was then?
Well, when I was young, I was basically like 7 years old. So 7 maybe
when I went
10.
to prison.
Yeah, exactly. And like maybe through like 10 people used to come. But in my mind, I didn't think he did anything wrong. I'm thinking that they took him because, you know, just off of something. But I didn't believe anything wrong. I just felt like my father was that loved that people were still going to come and take care of his kids and make sure that his wife is good, and as they did. But at the end of the day, you always have to watch who you bring around. Your circle needs to be small. Don't trust everybody. I know y'all already know. Don't tell everybody everything. If you're going to do something, do it alone. What you bringing co-defendants and all these extra people in with you for?
Yeah, my baby sharp.
But I'm
man.
just saying, like, do it alone. Don't ever tell nobody, you know, what you do, you die with it. But don't speak on it. Don't tell nobody. Don't have no extra people that you telling everything to.
And see, it's funny that you said that because your Uncle Khalif, aka Peter, he took a lot of my secrets to the grave with him. And
should.
I would take a lot of his secrets to the grave that I haven't even revealed. And people say, oh, you didn't respond to the Kimber Smith, movie. Why should I? You know what I mean? You watch the movie, you're going to make your mind up what you want to believe, and whatever it is, that's what it is. So I don't need to convince you anything, and I don't need to share my life with you until I get paid for it. Kimber Smith got paid, so she shared it. Round of
And that's
applause.
her side.
That's her side. All right, relax, y'all. Relax. Yeah, that's her side. You understand? And then there's my side, and then in between both of those is the truth, and you're gonna have to be the one to decide what's the truth. And I'm not ready to do that yet because I don't think that social media is ready for the hardcore facts that we just don't love them girls, but we said hoes back then. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. You know what I mean? We had, babies in every state. That sounds crazy. I know y'all don't like it, but that's what happened when you were on the street. And that's why I tell you don't get involved in the street. Because before you know, you got 9 baby mamas and 9 problems. You know what I mean? And just call it +9 for the baby itself who ain't even old enough to say nothing yet. But the mother busy trying to dig in your pocket, all kinds of crap going through. And you just got to know how to just, you know what I mean? Yo, it's a different day and time, man. Let's get back to the video.
And you won't believe some of the names included. Lil Reese, one of the only surviving and successful rappers from Chicago, still repping the Black Disciples, is raising eyebrows. When news broke out about Lil Durk's arrest, everyone expected Lil Reese to show support like other Chicago rappers. However, instead of directly showing solidarity, Reese posted a photo of himself in jail while playing Durk's song, Love for the Streets.
You see what I'm saying? Now, they took that as that could be something negative, and it could go 2 ways. I can't see how they trying to make it. I guess they trying to say that, he's dissing Durk by. I don't see how he was dissing Durk. Lil Durk got caught up. That's a part of the street. You understand? And he's saying that I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to be loyal. Durk going to be loyal. And you know what I mean? That's the love for the streets. The love for the streets is respecting and honoring the code of not being a rat bastard. What do you think about that?
I agree, though. I think he's actually showing him love. And all honestly, if he's just posting himself and with this song, he ain't saying nothing negative. He ain't throwing no shots. But he's saying he really giving that love and respect. And he's speaking in volumes because he's not saying nothing. And that's the key. Don't speak.
Like they say, bad boys move in silence.
Okay?
This has sparked conversations on the streets, with many believing that Lil Reese and Durk are not on good terms. Adding to the fire, Chicago rapper King Yella has claimed that the tension stems from Durk allegedly being involved with Lil Reese's mom and aunt, a messy rumor that has yet to be addressed publicly.
All right, let me speak on that and be as respectable as I can from the street, right? Now, I'm not saying it's true or if it isn't, but I've dealt with mothers and sisters. You understand what I'm saying? He's dealing with a mother and an aunt. I'm just keeping it 100. You understand? But the family members, they already knew and saw signs and traits that the mother and the sister would do that because they both was in some type of competition, or the mother and her sister, which is the aunt, doing that. You know what I mean? So they seen this somewhere where it's the norm, but that's one of the norms that you keep hidden and don't put out there to the public. But the public know, and the public know not to bring it up, because the public bring it up. Now you're bringing up our, messy secret, and you have to be punished for that because now you violating, because there's rules and codes to the tree. That's like somebody see, right? Let's ride. All right, let me hear what my baby got to say.
You know what, though? I actually, I believe that when they say in a messy rumor, they talking smack. Because at the end of the day, even if it did happen, they both are still cool with it, because streets are not, nobody's speaking about it. He could have posted it, Lil Reese, everybody could have posted it. Nobody's speaking about it publicly. So y'all talking about something that y'all heard and it's not being addressed because maybe it did happen or it didn't happen, but nobody got a problem with it.
Exactly. The people that's involved.
Exactly. They're good with it. So it's like at the end of the day, y'all talk about a messy rumor. We don't even know if it's true or not. So y'all could allege
Because
that's why he did that
y'all are
video.
messy rumorsers. Y'all are messy rumorsers because y'all even thinking that way. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, let's take, because we ride. Let's take Hugh Hefner. Didn't he marry two little young white twins, like 18 years old, from another country? The parents turned them over to him, and the two of them was cool with it. But nobody said anything was wrong with that because they was all white.
And they was getting money.
They was getting the bag. You see what I'm saying? But they was the two twins was cool with it, and obviously the parents was cool with it because they allowed them to come over here and live in the United States in a big, mansion with Hugh Hefner, right?
Okay, now, and at the end of the day, if that is going down, he know what was going on, how his mother is, and I'm pretty sure he was cool with it. And Lil Durk was hitting him off because Lil Durk don't seem stingy, so he was hitting him off with something, helping out his mama, the household, and everybody. Was
Why you say he don't seem stingy? Let me
He
hear what
ain't
you saying.
stingy.
I didn't say he was, but
No,
you
no,
tell
no,
me, because
let me
I
tell
don't
you.
think so either. But I want to hear from a
Exactly.
woman's point of view.
That man got mad children. That's one. You don't never hear none of them baby mothers down bashing him nothing. And I think one of them was his first baby mother he had when he was 16. She still don't talk nothing negative about it. Indy takes care of them kids. He took what? It was 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I may be exaggerating with the seconds, but he had a little verse in the song that he did, and he still talk about, oh, go cop Indy's makeup. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? He ain't stingy. He's still trying to make sure she get her bread too.
Y'all put in the comment, you think Lil Durk stingy? Let's talk about it.
But that's not the only reason the two fell out. It turns out that Durk had once called Reese a rat for going on a podcast and revealing some sensitive street business that was supposed to stay private.
Meaning
Reese
go
had
to the
gone on
grave.
Cam Capone's podcast and casually revealed that he and Durk had robbed someone in the past. According to the interviewer and sources close to the situation, Durk unfollowed Reese on social media shortly after the interview dropped. This sudden move further fueled rumors about tension between the two Chicago rappers. With both Reese behind bars, everyone would expect him to come out and clear support for Durkio, but it seems the beef might still be getting in the way. And let's not forget, the Chicago rapper has had his fair share of legal troubles. It all began in September of this year when reports emerged that Lil Reese was wanted by authorities in Texas for a serious crime. The charges stemmed from an alleged incident at a Houston nightclub, where he was accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. This accusation set off a chain of events that would see the rapper embroiled in a legal quagmire that left fans questioning his future in the music industry. Despite the serious nature of these allegations, Lil Reese's attorney was quick to refute the claim. He publicly stated that his client vehemently denied the accusations and was eager to clear his name in court. However, the legal troubles did not end there. In July, Lil Reese found himself in the spotlight once again when he was arrested in Los Angeles. This time, the charges were related to an alleged misconduct. However, he was released on a $100,000 bail shortly thereafter, leaving fans wondering what would happen next. Fast forward to October 16th, when Lil Reese's legal woes took another dramatic turn. According to a post by DJ Academics, the rapper was arrested once more, this time on charges of alleged aggravated assault. Legal documents shared on social media revealed that he was booked on this serious charge, which carries the potential for a 5 to 10 year prison sentence, if convicted. In the midst of the chaos, the rapper took to his Instagram story to share a heartfelt message about the impact of his situation on his family life. Damn.
Now, I want y'all to really look at that, and I want my baby to look at that. That's what they depicted as family life, jumping out of SUVs, shooting up the streets against our own people. How do you feel about these youths trying to kill each other out there from a female? How do you look at it?
It's dumb. At the end of the day, everybody needs to start coming together. Like, everybody, they was on the street at a time, but you literally killing people for no reason at this point. You're not killing them for no money. You're not killing them because they hurt anybody that you love, nothing like that. It's like, it's senseless. At the end of the day, y'all just want to get a name for yourself, but the only thing that's going to happen, you're either going to be on the street or dead, like the one that you just killed, because somebody going to come back for that payback, because everybody going to get their karma one way or another, or you're going to end up in prison.
And then the crazy part is, right, babe, when they go to prison, they become friends with their ops, whether they want to or not, because their numbers is lower in the feds, because it's only a handful of people from Chicago. So everybody from Chicago got to move together as one. in the feds to protect each other. So the same one you locked up for killing your ops, now you down with your ops and you're both living in the same cell, both carrying knives, trying to protect each other. While you was out there trying to unalive each other, where now you're in prison for the rest of their life and your kids don't have you out there, or your family or your mother.
You just showed that you was a doja all along. Because if you still gotta go to prison and still gotta go link up with your ops, you was a doja all along. You was never really a leader, so you was literally just following other people to get that done. So you risked your whole family and life for others.
It sounds about right, but let me explain that so the people understand where that play out at. See, where they at mentally right now on the streets, that's where they're at, and that's what you're talking about. When they go to prison, it's like they graduate. The streets is like junior high school. You know what I mean? And then high school, depends what level you elevate your criminal activity to. And then the prison is like college because they got all kinds of universities in there because they got all types of criminals in there. The best scammers. I met a dude, right? Let me ride. I met a white dude named Rodney Archamborough. Look him up, right? Y'all don't even know these people because all you know is YouTube. But it's a white dude. Look, he looked real feminine, about 6'2", real soft, what I mean, type of white guy, right? But he was locked up for like swindling the government out of like, $68 billion, some extravagant amount. And this was back in the 90s. I met him in 96 in ADX Supermax. He swindled them out of so much money, they didn't know how or who he could pay to get him out of there. So they put him in ADX, and that's where I met him. But this was a multimillionaire that I was up there with Juan Ramon Mata, from Honduras. If y'all know, Honduras, or Google Juan Ramon Mata, a.k.a. El Negro. This is a dude that got caught up for bringing tons into the United States. I'm sitting there feeling like I did something. I sold a little 25 keys a day up in Washington Heights, sent my brother a little 15, 20, sometimes 30. It might be about 50 keys a week sometimes, right? And spending the money fast. I get it because that's where my mentality was at. I wasn't on a financial state. Then I moved up and I got Mecca Audio. Then I got Club 2000. But I had enough money to buy a franchise. My mind at that time was I got Mecca Audio here in Harlem, so I got to get another one all the way down south. But I come out of jail and I learned more about business from seeing that they got a Jimbo's on 154th and 8th Avenue. They got another Jimbo's on 145th and 7th Lenox. Then they got another Jimbo's right down the street, and all of these are the same franchise. And I'm thinking I had to go to another state because that's where my mentality was at. Just like, because I'm riding, don't lose focus, don't lose the point. The same way those young men that's jumping out the cars find their gun, where their mentality is at, is that this is what we do, we kill our ops. But then when they wind up in prison and everybody become the ops, you understand what I'm saying? When everybody become the ops, then now it's a problem. You know what I mean? So now they have no choice but to team up and get together. You know what I mean? So it's not because they was a doja, as you call it. It's just because they're survivors, as we call it in the prison, because you have to get your numbers up to survive. And that's why I say don't go to prison if you don't want to be a part of this, because if not, they'll eat you alive like I feed little Kilo, you know what I mean? The raw chicken that I broil, and he teared up.
Okay, man.
That's how you get teared up. You go into these people prison. That's why I say don't go into these people prison. Right? You got anything to say about that? Should I keep moving forward? All right.
I'm finna miss my daughters, he wrote, expressing regret over how his legal issues were affecting his loved ones. But he isn't the only Chicago rapper who betrayed Lil Durk after his arrest, because it turns out Chief Keef bought a chain worth $500,000 after Durk was arrested and has yet to post any message of support to the OTF boss.
Okay, what do you expect Chief Keef to post when the feds is watching? So if he say, damn, homie, we gonna fight them to the end, they're gonna say, oh, he said we. He said, homie, let's go get him and bring him in on this case. So Chief Keef, none of them can't say nothing, man. Stop it. But these little podcasters be just saying anything, and I'm not with that. That's why we run what we do, and that's why I brought my baby on here, that I raised myself, that know the morals and the code, and she have 2 children as my grandchildren, and she got a good job, and she's married already, and got her own apartment, and got her own car, and her man got his own car that he don't have to borrow hers. You know what I mean? But this is my baby, and I'm trying to raise y'all so that you'll be as strong as my baby to try and move forward. And where she's in life now, she's comfortable. I see her further than where she's at now, but from where she's at, she's good. You know, and as long as she's good, I'm good. It's my baby, but we gonna get it there. You know? All right.
Chief Keef bought the chain on the same day Durk went to jail, worth up to $500,000.
Wow.
This isn't the only time Keef has been under the spotlight for failing to show a homie support. Turns out that the first time Durk and Sosa had a falling out, he had gone and bought a dirt bike instead of stepping up to bail out Durk when he was in need. It's no surprise that fans have been side-eyeing Sosa for his lack of loyalty. Now let's talk about Mayor Katrina Thompson. Just weeks before he was arrested, Durkio had been honored near his hometown for his incredible work with his Neighborhood Heroes Foundation. As an active advocate for change in Chicago, the OTF boss had garnered respect not just from fans, but also from local officials. Cook County, Illinois decided it was time his efforts were formally recognized. In an impressive ceremony, they awarded the rapper multiple keys to the city, including those of Village Broadview and Village Bellwood.
Yo, they gave him keys?
I ain't know that though either. Though. That's wonderful. Because at the end of the day, he does be donating.
Oh, damn, my bag. I was thinking about kilos of cocaine. My bad. I'm just saying, that's where my mind at. When they say they gave him keys, I'm like, oh, shoot, he rolling.
Shit, it would have been better if he had a fucking drug charge. Though.
You know what I mean? The way they trying to
Honestly.
bury him, that would have been better than the higher.
In appreciation of his dedication to the community. But despite the honors and recognition, things quickly went south for Durk, with legal troubles overshadowing his community efforts. Typed in a Facebook post, Durk had signed a partnership agreement with his Neighborhood Heroes Foundation to create kaleidoscope zones. This initiative was meant to work with students from both communities to help support sustainability projects in Broadview and Bellwood, showcasing his commitment to uplifting the neighborhoods that shaped him. While many people congratulated Durk for his work in the community being recognized, others found it hard to ignore the violence and gang culture often depicted in his music.
That's what the people want to hear. What do you think about that? Let me hear your opinion.
That little bothered me though, because at the end of the day, we don't want to take away the fact that he is a good person. Because yes, look where he came from. Okay, it's like it's hard sometimes. It's like you are who you are. Like this is where he's.
You
from.
are your environment.
Yeah, like you are where your environment is. Even though he left the environment, it's still stuck in him because he was, born in it. You know what I'm trying to say? So
Like they say, you could take the, the
person out the hood
take the
with
hoe
the-
out the street, but you can't make her a housewife.
you like that too, but I was gonna say take the person out the hood, but they still a hood person,
Oh,
a hood booger or whatever. You know?
My bag. I was thinking about the hoe.
No, see, you always think about a hoe.
Not because I want my brother. That's what my brothers are
See-
thinking when they hear that. When you fellas hear that, what do you think? That you can't take the hoe out the ghetto, but you can't turn her into a housewife, or was you thinking what the crap
No,
you just said?
they basically wanted a hoe in the bed, but they want a wife in the streets.
That's a whole other topic we're talking about later.
Yeah, because I don't know this whole one you talking about. I know this whole one, but we
However-
need to give him a little more respect. Because at the
There
end of
you
the day,
go.
we gotta give him a little more, grace. Because he is doing what he need to do, but it's hard to stop being who you are.
Durk remained adamant about his lifestyle changes and personal growth over the last few years, especially his conversion to Islam. Despite his positive changes and clear efforts to give back, he was arrested, and that's when the very people who awarded him the keys to the city decided to take them back. Mayor Katrina Thompson took to Facebook to announce the city's decision to revoke the key. While the American system of justice grants everyone the presumption of innocence until proven guilty,
So then, what happened to that?
I don't know, because they basically not even giving him what they saying the law is. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay, then I'm gonna bring it up to Diddy too. They're not giving it to Diddy. For those of y'all that say, yeah, they're not giving it to Durk. Shouldn't they give it to all men,
That's what I
regardless
said.
what color,
That's
race,
what
or
I
creed?
said. Yeah. I said to anybody, because if you're going to do it for one, which we know they did it for some already, do it for all. At the end of the day, no matter the color, anything. At the end of the day, y'all saying they did something? Okay, prove it.
Because I seen Omicron, the European that owned the chain of big department stores, I seen him get bailed for the same charges that Diddy got.
You see, and Diddy still ain't got the bail. You see what I'm talking about?
And his bail was only like 10 million. Diddy offered 48. But they mad at him because he gave Cassie 50. Oh, no, my bad. Gave Cassie allegedly 100 million. And the government said, and you only offering me 48? Do I look like the hoe?
Okay.
Not saying
Look,
Cassie's
the
a hoe.
There we go, the hoe.
You know what I mean? They're
Uh-huh.
like, you treat me like a hoe. You know what I mean? Because you see, Cassie asked for 30 and walked away with allegedly over 100.
Yeah, and you
Make
just
it make sense.
And they got that money on the bedside.
No, but you know, I'm not gonna get into that. But we're gonna do a whole nother video about Cassie and Diddy, and I want my baby to give her opinion. If y'all want to hear my baby give her opinion while we talk about the Cassie and Diddy situation, because where I'm at with this is right. 15 years with somebody, regardless if it did or it didn't. But I mean, obviously, if it did, it's something that you got accustomed to or used to because of whatever psyche that you was in that allowed you to put up with that type of behavior. But I know plenty of children that's even adults now that they didn't like the way their parents treated them at the house and they ran away with no money. She had a career to run away with, money and a career and an income. I know kids that run away and go sit on the side of the truck stop, you know what I mean, and do horrible things for a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? And that's because they don't like the way they're being treated. And she was in a relationship for 15 years, traveling around the world and could never get away. It's just a thought that I can't really go. Go ahead, baby.
Listen, I don't really agree with she couldn't get away. She could have got away if she wanted to. At the end of the day, she probably was traumatized. I don't want to say she was, whipped in any sort of way.
She may
But
have been.
I don't want to say no, but what I'm saying is, like he said, she was used to it. And sometimes when somebody's used to it, regardless if it's good or bad, they're thinking about what's going to be after it. Is it going to be something better? Like, you know what I mean? Because they stuck in that point. And at the end of the day, regardless if it was bad, she did have a lot of good times. She had a lot of money. He did help with her fame and all that other stuff. So, you got to be like devil's advocate on that one because it's a real relationship, regardless if it's in the spotlight or not. And that's how females think. Like, they could be going through the bad, but then they look at more of the good and they don't want to get out of it and get something worse.
Now, you know the rat bastards, right? Those are the trolls. Those are the dudes that wear flip-flops in public.
Can't stand them.
You know I can't stand them. Now, you know the rat bastards is going to sit there saying that, like, you're defending her. Because you saw the tape. You saw what happened.
Yeah, it's not a defense of her or him. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm doing devil's advocate. As a woman, I'm speaking as, like, if you're going through good and bad, regardless of how bad it is, you're not going to want to just leave right away. And 15 years is a long time. This is what you're used to. What do you want to go jump and leave? And this is your comfortability. Some people are just stuck on comfort. It has nothing to do with right or wrong and what was done and what wasn't done because I don't know.
And some people scared of change, don't know what's on the other side.
Exactly. And, for both of them, like, at the end of the day, they both was stuck, Neither one of them wanted to leave.
In a court of law, the village of Broadview holds public partners to an even higher moral and ethical standard of behavior. Our public partners must reflect the same uncompromising standards demanded by our residents, she wrote. She continued, given the news that Lil Durk has been arrested in Florida and charged with murder for hire, the village of Broadview is withdrawing our honorary key to the village granted to Durk and is terminating our partnership agreement with his youth organization, Neighborhood Heroes Foundation.
Do y'all think that was right or wrong? Put it in the comments.
As mayor, protecting Broadview's interests and upholding the values of residents is job number one. According to fans, the mayor was throwing Durk under the bus and essentially confirming his guilt, even before the rapper appeared in court. Many felt the mayor's decision was purely driven by optics, as she likely wanted to distance herself from any association that could affect her public image.
Do y'all think that was the case?
Quando Rondo. Surprisingly, when Quando Rondo broke his silence on Durk's arrest, fans thought he did a noble gesture. What fans didn't realize was that Quando Rondo's words seemed to throw Durk under the bus while subtly confirming that the charges against Durk might hold weight.
How was that?
Quando Rondo offered a surprising perspective that no one expected. The Georgia rapper started preaching a message of forgiveness and positivity, urging his peers to step away from the cycle of violence that has claimed so many lives and torn communities apart. After Durk's arrest, Quando Rondo dropped the track Life Goes On, where he reflects on his decision to leave behind violence and embrace religion. In the song, he raps, "Beefing with the same color on my skin, same color of the hammer, young ass down here beefing about the color of a bandana. That's why I put my flag down and I picked up a Quran because life goes on.
All right, see, that's what I'm saying. That was beautiful, right? Let me break that down, right? Let me tell you how I see that, right? This is a young man that was in an SUV with his sister and his best friend, and men jumped out and opened fire. We don't know who they are, so we don't need to say allegedly, but someone jumped out and opened fire, and this man came face to face with God. And he said, yo, I'm done with this. You know, I'm moving my life forward in another direction. You know, and he's moving forward. And from that, they're trying to spin it on YouTube. It's nothing more than he came face to face with God, because any one of those bullets could have taken him.
Facts.
You understand? So that's a big adjustment in him. It took me going to prison for 26 years, being away from my baby from she was 7 to how old was you when I came home? Like 34?
Yep. I'm older than
She was 7 when I left, and she was 34 when I went in, when I came out. And you hear talking about she older now. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna say, hey, but
That's all about almost there on 3 decades, though.
you know, yeah, because it's been over 3 decades from I went to prison to right now. And now I'm here with a grown woman. If y'all don't understand that, I miss my baby's youth from 7 up until 34 years old. That's what they trying to do to Lil Durk if he get a date and don't wind up with life, God forbid, if he get found guilty of these charges. That's what they trying to do to Diddy. His new little baby that he got out there, his grandchildren, his children. I don't think he got no grandchildren, but his but his children and everything. So you understand, they'll be 60, 50, and he'll be 90. You know what I mean? If they get their way with him. If he get lucky and get a date, if he's convicted. Right or wrong?
That's what I'm saying, but that's the problem though. They don't even think about that. All they want is to get that person in there. That's it. They want to get that.
I mean, just like we just wanted to get the bag. You know what I mean? I just wanted to sell the keys to get the money, to buy the cars, to get the girls, to get the jewelry, to get do all this. And then I had to sit down for 26 years. So if I'm telling you it ain't worth it and you still want to do it, and my baby, like I said, was 7, I came out of jail, she was 34. You want to do this to your baby? Baby, I'm going to look you in the eye in YouTube and tell you, I'm sorry. Look at me. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
But damn sure, I ain't going to hold you. I definitely was looking for men like you when I was younger, because I loved my father so much. I was writing him every day, every week. I swear to God, that was my twin for real. Like, I felt that he wasn't there. So I was looking for men that was like him, going to prison and stuff like that. But I'm glad he taught me better now, and I'm older and I know, what you're supposed to do.
And I'm man enough, like I apologize to the community for poisoning them. You have to take responsibility in order to grow. You gotta get the monkey off your back. You gotta get the filth off your back. You gotta get the traumas off your back in order to move forward. And me and my baby moving forward, we trying to talk to y'all to save y'all babies. She's gonna be starting her own YouTube channel. What is it?
Juanita Speaks. Look for me.
Juanita speaks bull crap.
Juanita speaks
bull crap.
Juanita got that knowledge.
She speaks bull crap because she don't think like I think all the way. Because, she don't all the way know how to think like a man.
But see, that's the problem. Yeah, she don't know how to think like a man. But let me tell you something. I know how to think like a man, though, too, and a female. I be a little bit of both, because I be thinking, devil's advocate. But at the end of the day, trust me, I think like a man. I need to.
Oh, we already know all the time we had to pick you up from the police station.
No, we all got skeletons in our closet, but it's how you overcome it, and that's what matters. You know what I mean? Because I had my own life experiences that made me find God. But
and she whoop ass too, just so you know.
All day, hands bisexual.
Okay. The lyrics hit hard and resonated with fans who saw them as a personal declaration of his transformation. Adding to the shock, Quando Rondo also put out a public statement that caught everyone off guard. Taken to Instagram, he shared a heartfelt message of forgiveness and healing, urging his peers to move beyond the street life and focus on creating a brighter future. His words struck a chord with many, offering a glimmer of hope in an otherwise dark and chaotic narrative. We didn't get into this music industry to make it just to stay caught up in street shit, Quando Rondo wrote. We all have families and communities counting on us. It's time to leave all that behind. We've already lost so much, and it's heavy on my heart to forgive anyone I had issues with in the past. It's all love from me. Praying for everyone, the post read. Fans speculated that he was referring to Durk, and for him to say that he had forgiven him seemed to imply that he believed Durk was guilty.
All right, so we're going to tap out here. We've been on here long enough. I'm going to finish this up as a part 2 because we got to do another one because we'll be a whole hour.
Yes.
Right? How you like my baby? Y'all going to support her channel? What is it?
What you want to hear me talk about? Juanita Speaks.
Huh.
And I want to do something with my
Bullcrap.
daddy, too. Nah, ain't no bullcrap.
Juanita speaks bullcrap.
Oh, Juanita got that knowledge. Or Juanita with the T.
Listen, one thing I love about my daughters, right, is that they stand up to me. And when they be doing it, I look at them and I be thinking like, you ain't scared to talk to me?
Now, the problem is I'm just like him. He can't say nothing to me that he think that I'm going to just eat because I can't eat that. I'm going to have to speak.
All right, hold on. We're going to bring one up, right? Just to end it. We're going to bring this up. I go by my daughter's house because, I get up early every morning, make my salad, I move around. So it's Saturday. I like to go to the flea market, get the car wash, just chill out by myself, smoke a joint, get my thoughts right. I pull up at my daughter's house to go see her and my grandkids. And she got an attitude that I didn't call before I came.
First of all, I live in a guarded, condo type of building.
I got in.
You got in, but I still got to get up, get dressed, get out my apartment just to get you in the access from the garage.
And
I literally just woke up. I didn't even take the crust out my eyes. I ain't brush no teeth, nothing. I know my kids even let me sleep. I'm like, damn. And he called me now. And look, he lucky I had to.
It was only 8 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't late.
8 o'clock in the morning. Let me tell you something. On Saturdays and Sundays, ain't nobody waking up at 8 o'clock unless I had to. My kids, they big enough to make themselves some breakfast. I'm asleep. My husband, he big enough to do what he got to do. I'm on that pillow drooling on. Nobody bother me until at least 10 o'clock.
Now, listen, man, I feel like if I'm your father, I should be able to come over when I want, unexpected. Y'all put that in the comments. I want to see how y'all feel because I got on her ass. I ain't go back. I told her, well, you ain't got to worry about me coming to your house. I ain't been on her, about 5 months before I came back?
But what I'm trying to explain to him, ask anybody in the family. This is
I don't give a crap. I'm your father.
Don't wake me up for nothing.
Ain't none of them your father.
It's like some life and death situation. But yes, like I told him, once he get a key, he can just run up in there and he ain't gotta wake me up. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Just run up in there. Just don't wake me up. And it's all love.
And listen, I'm your father.
It's a pet peeve.
I brought you here. I'll take you out of here.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that. He can't take me out because it was like he's taking out himself. He'll be taking out his damn self.
My other half. Okay. But she told me I had to call before I come. Y'all put in the comments. I want to know about this because this really moved me. Let me see how I can put this.
I want y'all, put it really in the comments because a married
I don't give a crap.
With children and you actually get to sleep. I got a 7-year-old.
And your father can't come knock on the door when he want because he want to see his baby.
At 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's pay 8 o'clock.
It don't matter if it's 2 in the morning. If I come by there, that means I need you. Listen, I needed a hug. I needed to see my grandbabies and my baby.
I got FaceTime.
So I got to FaceTime. I said a hug when I got to.
But you said you want to see. You can see them, and then when I wake up, we can
I'll tell you what. Here, hug the damn phone.
Look, if he didn't pick up my leg. Pick the phone like that. Even though I record the message, he got it.
Yeah, but I mean.
He can see me whenever he likes. He knows. I still got beer at the house waiting for this man. And he still ain't even come back to get it because he's still mad about that time. Yeah. I got a whole case of beer waiting for him to come, but he don't want to come back just because I was sleeping.
It don't matter. You're sleeping, you walk through the door, you open the door and say, hey, daddy, give me a hug with your bad nasty ass.
Because even by the time I got out the bed and I'm still walking to the door, I'm still talking shit like, I know this man ain't gonna wake me up. So I couldn't even get out of it that fast. But I apologize wholeheartedly. But I'm just a little snipper.
And then the crazy part is her mother, her brother, her sister, her grandmama, granddaddy. They say, oh, that's Nene. That's how Juanita is. That's crap. I'm her father.
And they said I calm down, right? So I'm a who?
You better calm down for me, because like I said, I brought her here. I'll take her out.
I try to tell you, he literally gave birth to himself.
Don't let me do a drive-by on that joint till I can't come. All right.
Cheers. Toast the crime. Fresh out the
Again, I'm 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.